Hello everyone, I am the after-sales engineer of high-tech handheld welding. Next, I would like to introduce the installation and operation of Hgstar handheld welding. First, the machine structure introduction. Hgstar handheld welding equipment is composed of three parts, which are water cooler, laser, and system. Second, the device is powered on. Install electricity now. First we need to find the position of the fire line, the position of the neutral line, and the position of the ground line on the circuit breaker. The 3000W machine is composed of 5 lines, and the 2000W and 1500W machine is composed of 3 lines. The 5 lines are composed of 3 L-live wires, 1 N neutral wire, and 1 PE ground wire. The 3 wires are composed of 1 L-live wires, 1 N neutral wire, and 1 PE ground wire. After the wiring is completed, check again whether the position of our wire number is installed accurately. Third, the device is connected to gas. The gas used in our equipment is nitrogen or argon inert gas, and the general gas pressure is within the range of 0.301.5 MPa. If the flow meter is used, the pressure is 15 L-min. After installation, check whether the gas pipe is firmly connected and cannot be pulled out. Third, add water to the tank. We must fill the water tank before using the equipment. This is our water injection port. The first time we add water to the yellow area, in the process of use, pay attention to the water level should be in the upper position of the green area. Should be noted that in the case of winter use, if our local temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, we must add antifreeze. The proportion of antifreeze is 7 out of 10 water, 3 out of 10 antifreeze. The water used in our tank is distilled or pure water. In the case of our frequent use of equipment, we need to change the water of the water cooler between January and February. If the equipment is not used for a long time, we must discharge the water in the water cooler in time. Fourth, equipment startup process. Step 1. Turn on the power. Then turn on the device's main power supply. Turn on the emergency stop. Turn on the skin head. Turn on the controller. Turn on the fiber laser, and wait for the system to start. Fifth, the installation of wire feeder. First of all, insert the power cord and signal line of the wire feeder into the navigation plug and tighten it. Next, install the welding wire. First, open the door cabinet of the wire feeder. Remove the wire feed column. Put the welding wire into the wire feed column. Take out the welding wire head. Tighten the fixing ring. And cut off the excess part. Thread the wire through the spring and pass the wire through the groove. Finally, secure the wire feed roller. Click on Manual Feeding until the wire is fed out of the wire feeder. Next, the wire feed bracket needs to be installed on the gun head. The fixing block is inserted into this position, and the screw is fixed and tightened. The next step is to adjust the focusing position of the calibration tube. The focusing position of the calibration tube is that the distance between the nozzle and the screw ring is 70 mm 75 mm. It should be noted that the wire feeding nozzle should be supported by the lower jaw of the nozzle, and the wire feeding tube should pass through the position of the groove. And the welding wire can be penetrated. Sixth, the system interface introduction. This area is the alarm information, and the motor is the laser head alarm. If the green light turns to red, it indicates that there is a problem with the QBH head and corresponding inspection is needed. Temperature indicates the temperature. If an alarm is generated, check the water cooler. Atmospheric pressure is the air pressure. If the air pressure is not up to the standard or exceeds the standard value, the alarm will appear at this location. Dual axis is the two motors of the X and Y axis, and an alarm will appear if the motor fails. The welding will turn green during welding, indicating that the welding is normal. Connect is the connector of the ground lock. When the clip and the gun head are connected, this position will turn green, and the gun head will emit light normally. FGAP is the light gate. If you need to light out of the gun, you need to open the light gate. Gas is gas. Open this button, the gun head will emit gas. The button does not need to be manually adjusted. In the welding operation, this button will automatically open. Fillings is the wire feeder. If the fillings button is open, the wire feeder automatically feeds wires during welding. Red light is a red light that appears on the head of the gun when clicked. This position is a welding parameter table with default welding parameters. The commonly used materials are 1.0 mm 3.5 mm thick, and the power can also be adjusted in the selected thickness. The parameters of this interface position do not need to be adjusted, just understand the decryption interface and language switching interface in setting for SN and language. You can adjust the parameters on this interface. The power range is 10% to 100%. The corresponding parameters should be adjusted according to different materials and thicknesses. This is the welding mode. There are 7 welding modes in total, and the welding mode is selected according to the demand. The laser frequency does not need to be adjusted. No need to adjust the head frequency. The duty cycle does not need to be adjusted. The maximum welding width can be adjusted to 5 mm, and the common width range is between 2 mm and 3 mm. 7th, introduction of welding wire nozzle. This set of nozzles is part of the standard Chi-Lin wire feeder. There are 2 kinds of graduated pipes. One is the anti-splash graduated pipe. mainly welding sparks and relatively large materials. The nozzle is larger than the ordinary nozzle. Prevent sparks from entering the inside of the gun body through the nozzle, thus damaging the lens inside the gun body. The second is a standard graduated pipe, connected to the ordinary wire feed nozzle. It can be used when welding carbon steel and stainless steel. This is a wire feed hose clamp, mainly used to clamp the wire feed pipe. All three packages are spill-proof wire nozzles, according to the different wire feeding diameter of the corresponding selection. Eighth, the shutdown operation of the machine. Turn off the laser key switch. Turn off the system. Turn off the sedation. Press the emergency stop. Turn off the main power switch. Lin hand welding operation tutorial demonstration is completed. If you have other after-sales problems, please contact High-Tech after-sales engineers, we will help you solve.